Don't get locked into other people's misery. Don't let their misery consume you. Just by entertaining that energy, it's depleting energy from you. Just by you giving them your attention, it's taking away from you. There's a lot of miserable people running around, and they're just looking for someone to infect with their misery. That's what they do. They don't want solutions. They don't want answers. They just have problems. They have issues. And they want other people to entertain their problems, their issues, and their misery. And by doing so, you end up consuming that energy of misery. Taking on issues that aren't your issues. Taking on problems that aren't your problems. But then allowing yourself to be overwhelmed by these issues and these problems that these miserable people have. They burden you with these issues like they really want assistance, like they really want to resolve these issues, like they really want answers. So whatever problems that they have, they say they want solutions. They say they're tired. They say that they don't want to deal with this type of shit no more. But what do? Repeat the same shit over and over again. So you're counseling them over and over again, repeatedly, about the same issues, the same problems. See, this is how you become infected by other people's misery. See, the misery in their life, they're the cause of it. And so, until they fix themselves and do the work they need to do with their self, all they're going to do is attract misery. All of that's inside of them, all of those uncontrolled emotions, all of those disturbed vibes and all of that low vibrational energy, all of that confusion that's inside of them, everything that's leading them to these miserable situations, everything that's leading them to these problems, everything that's leading them to the issues that they're having. It's all a manifestation of what's going on inside of them. So they become a magnet for misery. They become a magnet for calamity because they have no order within themselves. They haven't organized themselves. They haven't organized their thoughts. They haven't developed discipline for their actions. Because for every action, there's a reaction. But they choose to keep taking the same course of action, and then they get the same reaction. And then they go to someone and they want to dump all of their feelings, all of this energy, this misery onto them. Like they're supposed to help them get out of the situation. But they don't really want out of the situation. They're just looking for a dump site. They're looking for some place to dump their trash. And then once they dump that trash, they go back, they load up more trash, and then they come back and they expect to dump it on you again. This is what happens when you entertain other people's misery. You're not obligated to do so. It's okay to assist people. It's okay to help people. But the thing is you can't help a person that doesn't want to be helped. You can't assist a person that doesn't truly want to be assisted. See, some people talk, but actions speak louder than words. What are their actions saying? Are their actions saying that they want better, that they want out, that they want to escape from their current situation? Are their actions showing you that they want healing? Or are their actions showing you that they're actually finding joy in this misery? That without this misery, they wouldn't be happy. See, some people are so used to being dirty, they don't want to be clean. They want nothing to do with water. Anything that's going to purify them, anything that's going to consecrate them, they don't want anything to do with that. They want to stay dirty. They want to stay messy. They don't want to straighten up their mess. They don't want to clean up their junk. They either expect someone else to do it for them, or they're going to try and sweep it under the rug. Don't be their rug. Because you have your own things that you need to deal with. You have your own issues that you need to resolve. You have your own purpose in life that you need to focus on. See, a lot of times these people come to you as distractions. They're hindrances. That's the purpose. They're coming as a hindrance. They're coming as a distraction. So the test is, will you allow yourself to be distracted? Will you fall victim? Or will you see through that? See, this is all about how you control your emotions. Do you want to sympathize with a miserable person? Do you want to suffer with them? I mean, you can hand them the tools or show them the tools that they need to fix themselves. But that's up to them to put that work in. But don't exhaust yourself over other people's issues. Don't exhaust yourself over other people's problems and their dilemmas. Because a lot of times these people, they don't really want resolution. They're miserable. And they want to make other people miserable. They want other people to feel their pain. They want sympathy. They want you to suffer with them. They don't want the suffering in the end. They just want someone to join in on the suffering. You have to watch for people like that. There's a lot of people running around that this is what they do. They're psychic vampires. They come to suck you of your energy. They'll come and they'll take all of your positive energy, all of your good energy, and exchange it for their negative energy. They'll exchange it for their bad energy. So they want to come and get all of the good shit that you got and then leave all of their fucked up shit with you. What type of exchange is that? That's not fair exchange, so therefore it's robbery. Don't allow yourself to be robbed or hijacked by somebody else's issues and dilemmas. Hijacked by somebody else's misery, I should say. Because once that latches on to you, it's hard to shake a lot of that off. So you have to be cautious of who you let into your circle. And avoid miserable people. Because if you're constantly around miserable people, you'll be consumed by their misery. Association breeds similarity. That's not something that you want, if that's not a state of mind that you want to be in, then you need to stay away from people that are in that state of mind. You have to be careful with who you call yourself helping or assisting, because sometimes you're not helping people. What you're doing is interjecting in their cause and effect. Their cause and effect has to play out. It's not your place to step in and to intervene in that. It has to run its course. They have to learn from their experience so they can go better, so they can do better. If you're interjecting in their cause and effect, they may never learn. And they'll continue to be psychic vampires. They'll continue to practice those old methods that don't get any real solutions. It's just a form of emotional masturbation. I come to you with my problems. I vent to you about my problems. You say some things to me that make me feel good, but there's no real progress that's taken after this. There's no real application of any of the advice that you gave me. I just feel good at the end of this conversation. And you may feel good about talking to me about whatever issues I'm having, but the result is the person still doing the same shit. So basically, you just emotionally had a session where you made each other feel good, but nothing was reproduced from that session. That's emotional masturbation. No intercourse. No new developments. Just the same old issues, the same old problems, the same old dilemmas. Nothing new is being created. So you have to be cautious with who you give your energy to and who you allow and what energy you allow in your circle. You have to be cautious of the energy you entertain, and you have to be cautious of where you place your energy. Because like I said, it's not always a fair exchange. A lot of you are and a lot of you are being robbed and you don't even realize it. It's a robbery taking place and you're totally unaware. You think that you're being charitable, but you're really being foolish. Protect your mind, protect your jewels. Your jewelry is precious. Your mind is precious. Don't let other people pick your mind for your jewels. Your jewelry has value. You have to be cautious with who you share your jewelry with. If you choose to drop a jewel and share a jewel, that's fine. But you pull that jewel from your mind. You don't allow them to pick it. You don't allow them to enter your mind and pull from your mind. That's for you to do and for you to give them. Don't let them take from you. If you choose to give, you give. But don't allow yourself to be robbed. It's unnecessary. Don't guilt yourself into robbery because you feel pity for someone else's misery. That's foolishness.